Hello everyone, Julia here, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Brisbane, Queensland. Today I would like to show you how I made this quick and simple card using only one colour ink and the new Rooted in Nature stamp set, which is this one here. Although this is a fairly simple card, I feel that it could be used for a number of different things. It could be a thank you card, it could be a birthday card, especially for a man. I absolutely fell in love with this stamp set when we had the opportunity to use it on stage, and then I was even more lucky to be able to bring it home, and so I had the opportunity to sort of play around with it and use it in all different ways. Anyway, we'll get started. The things you'll need for this card today are your very vanilla base, which measures 5 7/8 by 8 1/4. Then you'll need some copper foil sheet, and that is 5 6/8 of an inch by 4 inches. And then you'll need another very vanilla sheet to go on top of that copper foil sheet, and that measures 5 5/8 of an inch by 3 7/8 of an inch. And then you'll also need some more copper foil sheet, which is what I have actually cut out of this sheet down the bottom because you don't see it, and it's much easier to be able to use up some of your cardstock that way because it's hidden. So I've got that piece there, and I've just cut it out with a rectangle die. I'm sure you've got various different dies that you could use for this. I don't have a rectangle Stampin' Up die, so I've just had to use this one. And then I have another piece of very vanilla cardstock for the top of that, measuring 2 1/2 inches by 3 7/8 of an inch. And then a piece of the copper foil sheeting measuring 2 1/8 of an inch by 6/8 of an inch, and then another piece approximately 2 inches by 5/8 of an inch, and that's just the sizes for the sentiment that I'm using, so you would probably have to adjust that to suit what you want to do. This card is very straightforward, so first thing we need to do is to put the copper sheet onto our card base, and I'm just going to use Tombow for that, just to make sure you get it around all the edges. There we go. And then pop that on your card. Actually, I'll turn it around the other way. And using Tombow just gives you that chance to just adjust it to make sure that it's in the right position. And I slightly moved that, so now I can just slide it back and it all works fine. There we go, that's on there. So we'll pop that aside and that can dry. And we'll get our first piece of the cardstock, and today I'm going to be using Garden Green as my colour, and I'm using the larger leaf from the stamp set, and I'm going to use it full colour. So I'm just going to fit it around the stamp set, making sure that some of it just overlaps the edges so that you get that nice continuing effect with it. Let's see, we'll go there, there, bit there, another one there, and one out there. Okay, so that's that one done. And then we're going to get the smaller one, pop that in there, and now I'm going to use the smaller leaf that's in there, and I'm going to stamp off with this one so that this one's not as dark. And I'm just going to do exactly the same thing. I'm not putting the tree on this one. Oops. And this is partially due to a conversation I had with my daughter, and we were just talking about other ways that I could do it apart from using the tree. And so this is what I've come up with. Just got to remember to stamp that off. There we go, and one down there. Okay, so now we've got that. And the next thing I'm going to do is to get my VersaMark ink and that little strip that I did. And the sentiment that I'm using today is the same one as I used in this card here. It's the Thinking of You. And it actually comes out of the Climbing Orchid stamp set, which is this one here. It's a beautiful stamp set, this one. And just going to ink that up and then hopefully get that lined up well there. And I'm going to use the copper embossing powder for this one. I actually think that's a little bit crooked. I might just do that again. I've got another piece here I can use, so I'll do that. It's a little bit hard when you're sort of not completely over the top of what you're doing. So now I've put that down somewhere and I have no idea where I put it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I'll just bring that as far forward as I can and try and straighten it. Hopefully that's better. Yes, I like that better. And the copper embossing. And you're probably all sitting there thinking, oh, she's forgotten the embossing body again. And yes, I did. So it's one of the things I do all the time. Luckily, I think this will be okay without having to worry too much. Okay, just a quick heat with the gun. Which is my favourite bit. There we go, it's starting to change. Lovely. Okay, that's all we need. Now I'm just going to trim that off there and get the piece of copper foil, and that's going to go on there. So I'm just going to just trim that. Doesn't look quite straight to me. Okay, so we'll pop that on there again with just a bit of Tombow. And only leaving just a small border around it like that. Whoops. It slides quite easily on the copper foil, so just be careful when you're using it. Just close my stamp set too before anything happens. Okay, and then I'm just going to trim that off at that end as well. Okay, now we're ready to put everything together. Bit of Tombow on this one. The thing I like about this is, although it's a simple card, I think it's a really nice looking card, and I really do think it can be used for various types of cards. It's not limited to one type of card. There we go. And then my my copper sheet. Doesn't matter how organized I am, I still seem to lose things. I don't know how. Anyway, I'll pop this one on there, and I'm just going to again use some Tombow. There we go. And just try and center that. Which I'm happy with. Okay. So there we go. That goes there. And then I'm going to pop these up on dimensionals. So I'll pop some dimensionals on there. Just peel those off. And I'm just going to put that in the center there. There we go. And then this goes on dimensionals as well. I probably use more of these than what you really need to, but I just like it to be secure. There we go. Get all those off. It's really good having my daughters talk some of these through with me sometimes, because they give me new ideas or suggest things, and I end up doing different things, which is what I've done with this card today. Okay, now I'll get our base card back, and I'm just going to set that on there and press it down. And there you have it. And I will put a piece of Very Vanilla in here and just do, I think, 1 or 2 leaves on it just to finish it off. But that's basically the card. There's the 2. I mean, you can decide which one you like. I'll take that out of there better, but I think it works both ways. But I do love these leaves on here. And if I'd really appreciate it if on Facebook, if you'd please turn on your notifications so that you'll know when I'm doing a card, and like if you liked it. And on YouTube, please like, again, hoping that you do like it, and subscribe to my channel and click on the little bell so that you get notifications of when I am doing a video. At the moment, I hope to at least do 1 a week, possibly get down to 2 a week. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you like this card, and I think you really enjoyed this stamp set. There's some beautiful stamps in there. There is a link at the bottom of this to go to my online shop if you'd like to get any of the products that I've used today. And if you don't have a demonstrator, I'd be more than happy to be your demonstrator. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And if I don't know, I will find out for you. Thanks everyone. Have a great day.